You see, this is the second coming, Seventh-day Advent. Ted is Jesus Christ. Ted is the Creator and God. And He doesn't come in the sky. The clouds are simply nuclear weapons. The glory are nuclear weapons. Fire is nuclear weapons. It was supposed to happen on Y2K and it did not. Via Y2K bugs, Y2K errors, Y2K problems, and we spiritually were Y2K failures and couldn't get a nuclear war, a huge nuclear war started, and to desolate all of world Earth, including with nuclear winter, and do the apocalypse. The apocalypse did not happen, the fire did not happen, the glory did not happen. Angels do not have wings, literally. You will not ever see them in the sky. You will not ever see Jesus in the sky or Jesus Christ surrounded by angels, literally with wings. The wings are a metaphor for their spiritual ability. They did come spiritually for this coming. There were some increases in power over here and effort. And graves do not literally open up. There's no literal open up of graves. The bones do not, have flesh put back on them, and they're not physically recreated on earth. It's simply telling you the graves open up at 6,000 years. This is why traditionally they were made to be dug exactly 6 feet deep to correlate to 6,000 years. 6 feet correlated to 6,000 years. We are in Jubilee. We're in the 7th day. We're in the millennium. And the graves opened up in the first resurrection. Ted is still judging for the first resurrection, what he's going to do. Currently, Tedians, you've got to be Teddying enough. You've got to show courage. You have to show bravery. You have to not be afraid too much. You can't be cowards or show cowardice. You have to start up Teddy movements. You have to really start pounding and constantly pound and continue to pound on the internet, primarily, for now. And you have to be Teddy inscribed, and you have to get how much of Ted's information you can. And be Teddy inscribed and make sure this carries forward in the future. No matter what. You want some of your ancestors that are dead now, or your dead relatives, to be resurrected, you better really start being Tedians enormously and do enormously enough. You're not doing enough. You're definitely not doing enough. Ted does not see enormous evidence of Tedians on internet. In fact, he virtually sees no evidence of it. Tedians on internet. This coming is going terribly, and the first coming went terribly. And what is going to happen to Ted's information carrying forward? Is it going to have the Romans and the Italians and Sicilians all over it like before? Is it going to happen again? How looking is possible. This is possible, how looking. The secret Roman Empire is attempting to conquer Weevil Earth. And what do you think is going to happen to Ted's information if this conquering happens? You are complete fools and stupids and idiots. Really, many of you are. Religiously, even Seventh-day Adventists, really, and what Ellen G. White wrote is really fouled down. Because we could not get through to her enough to get breakthroughs through. She would not break through. She was really wanting to stick with the Old New Testament and stay in line after 1844 deception. She really then rejected everything, essentially, what was out of line with Old New Testament, or what she believed was good enough, or good, or from good spirits. And she tried to determine this on her own, like she really understood where the information was from. When she understood, she was getting mixed messages. And sometimes she couldn't tell. It was difficult to tell. first resurrection is not going to be a Seventh-day Adventist church. The first resurrection is not going to be many Seventh-day Adventists. The first resurrection is not going to be the entire Seventh-day Adventist church. The first resurrection is not even going to be many Seventh-day Adventists. The first resurrection is not, how looking, going to be even really a few Seventh-day Adventists currently. You have to be Tedians enough, and then Ted judges whether or not your ancestors you remember to ancestors are resurrected. This is how it works. This is how it's going to work. This is how it will work, whether you like it or not. I'm not going to just say the Seventh-day Adventist Church was a remnant church, therefore the first resurrection is going to be primarily Seventh-day Adventist. I'm not going to do this. You're going to have to be Teddy enough. Then this affects your ancestors or your dead relatives you remember to your ancestors. This is how it's still going to work for the first resurrection, including for the Seventh-day Adventists and the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I am the judge. I am the supreme judge. This is how it's currently being judged.